What's up guys, this is Daniel. In this video I'm going to be going over the top 3 penny stocks that we need to be looking for. Now the top 2 companies that I'm going to be talking about, they're actually actively involved fighting the pandemic that we're actually experiencing right now around the US and around the world. So I'm going to be going over exactly what are these companies up to, did they make any progress with the vaccines that they're kind of produce or the test kits that they're trying to produce. I'm going to be going over that, and the other company that I'm going to be going over, which is going to be the third company, is going to be related to FDA related news that's going to be coming up in April. So make sure you stay tuned guys. I'm going to be going over exactly, trying to identify exactly what are the key price point levels that we are going to be using to place our trades. We're going to look at the fundamentals, the technicals, and we're going to figure out exactly what is going to be a good opportunity for us to get involved, either to day trade it, swing trade it, to short it, to buy it. All of these things we're going to be talking about, generating ideas in this video guys, so make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get into the video. Alright guys, so I covered this company MYON in the past, specifically when this pandemic started at the beginning of the year. Right around over here, starts to get a traction that, actually the president of the company got involved. It went to the White House to talk about with the president, trying to figure out to come up with vaccines that is going to help out a lot. Still after that news came out, the price target for the company got upgraded to $10.43, and eventually it went to, basically was trading around $4 at the beginning of the year. We're looking at the year-to-date chart for 2020. As the beginning of 2020 was trading around like $6.14. I can actually pull up the chart over here. We're looking at the year-to-date chart. It was trading around $3.17 at the beginning of the year, and eventually that news came out, and we have this huge spike, and eventually it went to close to $20. Eventually the news that came out was basically that they're going to be working, they're going to get funding to kind of expedite the process of generating the vaccines. So they're still working on it. They still have to go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 trials when it comes to figuring out and producing the vaccine. So they're still in the process of that, and that thing is still undergoing right now. However, it made a huge spike. It actually came back, and right now it's currently just consolidating within this range of the price point from $5 to $9.32. So it's just consolidating. This is a great opportunity if you want to get involved. If the company decides, if they actually come up with a vaccine that can revolutionize, and that can help fight the pandemic around the globe, this can definitely have the opportunity to break out to the upside. However, you have to actually look for that. If other companies actually become successful, the potential for these companies to pull back to the downside to the price point where it was at around right over here at the beginning of the year is also possible. So that is one of the things that you want to take into consideration before you get involved with this speculative. But however, there is still positive potential, since there's a lot of companies that have to go through 12 to 18 months of trial before they even get involved, or they can kind of produce certain kind of vaccines when it comes to the pandemic virus that we're experiencing right now. The price range for this company is actually from $1.92 to $19.36, so that is a huge range. And the current price point is like $7.74, so it's right around, like, it's even below like the average. So you can risk off of the price point level over here just to get involved. If you want to take it for a long side, that means you're going to buy and expect this company to kind of retest the highs. So it's kind of like consolidating, can definitely like perk up and continue to go to the upside if it decides, if there's a positive news that can come out. So this is basically the range, and their price estimates is also like $10, so it's kind of closer to $10 also. So this is a great price point to get involved with it if you are kind of interested. In the month of April, there's going to be a lot of news that is going to be coming out within the United States specifically. They're anticipating there's going to be a lot of bad news that we're going to be expecting in the month of April when it comes to the pandemic. And also the company over here just currently is overvalued. Eventually, that's basically accurate, because at the beginning of the year it was trading at $2.80 at the beginning of the year. The second company that we're going to be looking at is going to be a company that produces a test kit for the current pandemic that is happening right now As you can see over here, we're looking at the year-to-date chart over here, and it was actually at 91 cents, or as you can see the 52-week range, it was around just a little bit above 50 cents at the beginning, and it went to $21.75, and actually producing test kits around the globe. And there's another company that I talked about it in the past. It's called ABT, that actually came out with a test kit that's going to help you, that is going to get the results within 5 minutes. So that is kind of like a negative when it comes to investing in this company specifically. However, if they can come up with another product that can actually expedite the process, because one of the things that they use with the Abbott stock company is they use micromolecular technology to do the testing, but this company is a completely different kind of testing. They use antibodies and things like that to kind of figure it out. So if they can expedite the process for that, they can potentially have a fighting chance when it comes to just getting involved and just being the dominant sector when it comes to the dominant company when it comes to the testing kits competition with other companies. So as you can see, for the 1 year, the price target estimate is going to be $19, so that is pretty good, and the range is from 69 cents to $21.75. Any other earnings days already reported. Now let's look at the technical analysis for CODX. As you can see over here, we're looking at from year to date, and eventually it was trading at like 50 cents as I mentioned, and eventually it went up to $21. So it looks like it's been trending down just like the overall market right now. However, it's still kind of holding up this price level over here around $5. Eventually, if it decides, to kind of move up to the upsides, or if you want to short it, if you want to get involved with it and kind of short it, this might be a good opportunity, because it can definitely pull back over here, since we also had news that came out that another company is actually doing tests for less than 5 minutes. So this is kind of like more of a stock that you want to get involved with it, that is going to, if you want to get involved in the short to the downside. However, there's still going to be potential for this company, to come out with another test kit that's going to use antibodies, to kind of figure out exactly what they can do the test within a very significant and low amount of time. So that is the competition that it has, and there's still potential for the stock to go to the upside. But however, you still have to do research when it comes to getting involved with it. But for me personally, if I want to get involved in this company, I'm looking for it to short to the downside, because there's still definitely getting plenty of move to go to the downside, because I believe that the company is very super solid, and even the president was actually using the product, like having the product, like taking a picture with the product and analyzing the product like on TV. So that company is like super solid, and they're super sold on that product, and they're shipping that specific material, that specific testing kit around the US. So that is the main competition that they have right now. So this is the stock I'm really looking for. Now the third stock that I'm really looking for is going to be, now this company is expected to report a phase 3 date on April 2020, and the company name is MYON, and the drug they're trying to pass is this, and the disease they're trying to battle or trying to fight against is the endometriosis, that's going to be helping pain that's going to be associated with that specific disease. The FDA date is going to be a phase 3 trial, so that's fantastic. These companies go through phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. So basically, if they pass the phase 3 trial, they eventually go to the approval phase, so they can start to producing the drugs associated to help this company. So this company's actually been trading to the downside, as you can see over here, just like the overall market has been doing for the past few weeks, past few days, since we are actually in a bear market. However, the price has just been consolidating over here around $7 and $8 between that range, and the 52-week range is between $4.14 to $24.98. So eventually, the company is still overvalued, but the 1 year price target based on different analysis is going to be $24.83. So that is super positive. That's a super positive number that you want to see if you kind of trust, some of the analysts, price targets and things like that. Not all the time they kind of be accurate, but sometimes just having that kind of like high price expectations for that is kind of important when you're looking to invest or kind of trade in these kind of companies. So now let's look at the technical analysis. So we're looking at the year-to-date chart over here. As you can see, we've been trading down just like with the overall market, kind of gap down over here. There's a gap that is supposed to be filled. Still, there's a potential for it to get filled if it continues to perk up and kind of break down. As you can see over here, buyers are starting to show up based on 2 days because the overall market is kind of trending down the past 2 days, especially on Friday, and the last weeks has been trending down. However, this company's kind of had buyers, kind of anticipating like a positive news for the phase 3 trial for this company. So this is the price point if you want to get involved with it to kind of risk off of is going to be, the $6 area. I know that's kind of like pretty huge range if you want to risk this area, but you can also use this area of $7 because it's kind of consolidating in this range area. There's like buyers and sellers available here, so it's kind of like equilibrium phase range because there's like buyers and sellers like right at this price point. So you can use this range. So the first price point that you can target is going to be right around like when the market right around this gap area can potentially fill the gap right around like $8.69, but eventually your first target is going to be over here, which is $11. If that's going to be super positive, so that is one of the things that you want to look for, guys. So if you have any questions when it comes to these companies, make sure you drop in the comment section below. And I talk about in this channel, talk about options, investing and the stock market in general. So if you're kind of interested in any of those subjects, make sure you subscribe because I'll be posting videos, consistently, and make sure you kind of watch yourself and kind of follow what people are saying when it comes to the pandemic, and stay safe. And I will catch you on the next video. So thanks and peace out.